Hi there, this is Kush Sharma from Click Trainers, and today in this video, we're going to be addressing a very common question that I get from my students, which is that, should I be selling my courses on Udemy or should I be publishing my courses on Udemy? Is it worth it, right? So it's a very, very popular question, and in this video, I'll be giving you a detailed answer and we'll be going through some points, and I'll be also showing you my own dashboard inside Udemy. So the short answer, first of all, is yes, Udemy is totally worth it. I really love Udemy. But there are a lot of points that you have to consider because there's no clear answer for this. It'll completely depend from trainer to trainer. For each person, the answer can be different. And I'll also be telling you that you can do both, right? So, in most of the cases, I think Udemy is great, but let's just go through some of the points, okay? So should you sell your courses on Udemy? Okay, so the first thing and the most important thing is the price of your course. Okay, obviously when you're selling a course, we are talking about paid courses. So you have an online course, you want to sell it at a particular price point. So when so first of all, you have Udemy here, and basically Udemy is like an online course marketplace where you can just, as a student, I can buy any course. For example, let's say I can type yoga for beginners, and then all the people who must have uploaded their own courses about yoga, I can buy from them. That's as a student, but we are more interested in the instructor part. So let's say, all these people like Michael Dale has a course called Laughter Yoga for Beginners. Claire Hartley has a course for Yoga for Absolute Beginners. So these are all instructors, and you can also become an instructor by signing up. So once you make an account with Udemy, you have this instructor option where you can become an instructor and then publish your course. So suppose you have a course on a certain topic, you send it to Udemy. If they approve it, it just comes on Udemy, and any other student just like this can search and buy your course. Okay, so that's how simple it is. So when you'll be publishing your course, basically there will be a point where you'll be setting the price of the course. Okay, now the biggest problem with Udemy is that you'll probably be able to see it right here itself. Okay, so you can see, this was the example that I was giving you. So let's just take any example. So let's say chair yoga for seniors and beginners. Now this is by Cassandra Reinhardt. Okay, this is the instructor's name. Now just see here, what do you see? You see 5,760 rupees written, but it's selling at 481 rupees. So this is one of the biggest problems in Udemy, that your list price, what is the list price? The price that you set for the course. So for example, Cassandra must have set the course price as 5,760. That's what she wanted. That's what she thought the course was worth selling for. But Udemy, through its own algorithm and all these things, usually will sell your course at a very low price, like $10, $7, $8. For example, you can see here right now the selling price, if I were to buy this course, is 481. So if I obviously buy this course, Cassandra, instead of making 5,660 that she hoped for, she only makes 481 rupees. So this is a big problem, that your list price and selling price are just way off. And the worst part is you have no say in this. So there's no option in Udemy by which you can tell Udemy, listen, I don't want to be a part of these promotional campaigns. Okay, so there's no way until the time they don't do this. I think this is one of the biggest downsides, because if you are someone who has created a long course, and not even a long course, any type of course which you feel is supposed to be priced higher, you feel it's really worth the extra cost and you deserve that money, and you want to set it at a higher price, this is one issue that you're going to run into and you can't do anything about it. And the thing is that this can really, really start to have brand issues for you, because let's say you have two students and one of them buys your course when this offer was not running. Okay, so one of them buys your course at 5,760 in this example, but then you have another student who sees this promotion and they buy it at 481. And then, if this keeps happening again and again, somebody will find out, somebody's going to have some issues, and then you're going to run into brand issues. So this is one issue that I thought I'll address straight on, that, there is no way out of this. So, the key takeaway from this particular point is that if you're planning to set a high price for your course, Udemy probably is not the most ideal platform for you. But let's say if your courses sell at a lesser price, then it's fine. Like I'm going to be showing you about one of my websites called Creative Pad Media, where I sell photography and videography courses, which are slightly priced much lower. So I also upload them on Udemy because I don't mind. There's not much of a difference between what I'm selling of them on my own website at creativepadmedia.com and what Udemy is selling them. But I'll talk about that later when we go on to the final verdict at the end of this video. Okay, but the price point is one of the downsides. There's no doubt about that. Then let's come to the marketing and earning capability. So this is actually a huge upside when it comes to Udemy, that is that the marketing part is taken care of you. So Udemy will market your online courses. Once they're approved, you publish them on Udemy. Udemy will advertise and market your courses to the vast audience that they have. So first of all, it's a great thing that Udemy already has a large customer base, which are the students waiting to buy your course. Okay. Secondly, they also market your course themselves. For example, the other option is, if you were to host your course on a learning management system or do it yourself using some website plugin, or you found some way to basically host and deliver your course. But the thing is, all these learning management system companies like Teachable, Thinkific, all these companies, they won't really market it for you. They'll only host your online course. They'll allow you to deliver it to your students, but you will be the one who will be doing the hard part of sales and marketing. So for beginner online instructors, this is a huge point. Suppose you're not very good with the marketing and sales part, and this happens a lot with beginner course creators, that they can create things, but it's tough to sell if you don't know the marketing for it. So the marketing is taken care of by Udemy, but there is an issue which is about earning capability, where I want to discuss that if your course does sell, okay, what can you earn, okay, from Udemy? So this depends on certain different structures and commissions that you can see here. So now Udemy, let's say they're running an advertising campaign, and they're spending their money to basically promote your course to someone, and that advertising campaign is shown to a lot of people. And let's say someone buys your course looking at that advertising campaign which Udemy is running for you, for your course. So Udemy is spending their own money in trying to promote your course. So obviously, if some student buys, if the sale happens because of that advertising campaign, Udemy obviously will take a big cut from the sale. Okay. So for example, in such cases where you got a sale from Udemy's money or Udemy's advertising campaign, you only get 25%, okay, of the amount that your course got sold for. Okay. Then you have 50% for an organic sale. So what is an organic sale? For example, let's say I was just browsing like this. I didn't see any Udemy ad. I didn't see anything. I was just on Udemy. I searched myself. Like I'm someone who wants to learn yoga. And I was just like, I just searched in front of you. So I just did some searching, and I'm doing this all myself. I'm not looking at any ad, right? And let's say I wanted to learn something, this whatever acro yoga is, okay? And I really like this course. I see the content, and then I just buy it. So what has happened here? I have come to Udemy because I'm a Udemy's customer. I'm not coming from an advertising campaign. I already am familiar with Udemy, and I'm just searching for courses. So here, if you see, Udemy's not really spent any money in generating this sale if I were to buy, right? But still, the good part that Udemy's done for you is that ultimately I was at Udemy because I trust Udemy, or I'm their customer already. Maybe I purchased some other courses. So Udemy in this case also helped you to make a sale, but it was not from an advertising campaign. So they did not really spend some money, right? So this is called an organic sale, where it was not through an advertising campaign. Udemy didn't lose any money, but someone just came on their own type and found it. Okay, so in this case, Udemy gives you slightly more amount of money, basically, okay, because they did not spend any money. This is organic. That means it was free for Udemy. So that's why it's called an organic sale. So here you basically split 50-50. So whatever the course gets sold for, Udemy will give you half the money. Okay, that's how it is. And the third part is, every time you publish a course, like for example, I have 16 courses on Udemy, and one of my courses is DSLR photography for beginners, step-by-step video course. So every time once your course is approved and you publish the course, you get something called as a referral link. Okay, so if I were to copy this link, okay, this is a unique link that the instructor gets. Okay, so let me put it on a different browser because I'm already logged in the other browser on Udemy. So a logged out person will see this. So suppose I share this link with one of my students, and they can now buy my course for 720 rupees. Again, you're seeing this problem, right? My list price is 5760, but Udemy is selling it for 720. But still, if right now, if I gave this link, my special unique referral link, to a student, and they came like this and they bought the course, then Udemy will give you all the money. Okay, because you took the effort. It was your link that you shared with someone, and it was completely your effort. The only part that Udemy did here was that they are hosting your course, right? So literally, there's no effort on the part of Udemy. So here they give you all the money. Only for that 3% is only for the admin and the hosting costs that they have for your course. Otherwise, you literally get 97% of the money. Now, the point here is, don't get too confused about all this. The point is, first of all, you have to take into consideration the first point. That is, the selling price is anyway less, right? Because usually the course is not getting sold at the list price. So selling price is already less, but even within that less selling price of $10, $7, 480 rupees, like we saw, even within that, you are not getting the full money till the time you are sharing your own unique referral link and someone buys from that. So even within from that small amount of selling price money, you're still getting only 25% or 50%. So the downside of this is, so the good side was Udemy's marketing for you. You've got a nice platform, professional looking platform, taking care of you. There are no subscription expenses. So you're not paying anything monthly to publish your course, nothing. It's all free for you. And Udemy's marketing for you. But because the selling price is less, the commissions are slightly less, the chances of earning like a major earning from your Udemy courses are not easy for a beginner instructor. Okay, so you can earn, definitely you can earn money, and I'm not even saying that you cannot earn good money. There are a lot of instructors who earn their complete living from Udemy. Okay, but it'll depend on a lot of things: the quality of your courses, how many courses you have. For example, for me, if you see my own revenue on Udemy, you can see here from the last year, October 2019, and till now, I've consistently increased my courses on Udemy. I started off with one, which was Photoshop for beginners. Then I got photography for beginners, and slowly different courses. I started uploading them, and now I have 16 courses. And you can still see that my revenue is kind of on an average around $300. Sometimes it reaches $400. Now for me, I'm very happy with this. The reason for that is, even though this is not such a great amount of money, the reason is that for me, Udemy is a supplemental platform, and I'm going to be talking about that later on in this video when we go to the final verdict, okay? But basically, I do not focus on selling on Udemy. This is the income that you're seeing here, the net earnings that you're seeing here. This is completely passive for me. This is from Udemy's marketing that happens, okay? So I'm not putting any effort here. So this complete passive income for me. And I'm pretty happy with that because I earn my main income by selling my the courses that I have on my own, okay, on my own website, because then I get all the money and all the different benefits that I'll be talking about. But basically, I'm pretty happy. But you can see that it's not easy to make. Even after 16 courses, this is not such a great amount of money that I'm earning. I like it because it's passive, okay? But like I said, it'll completely depend upon your effort, but it's definitely not easy because the amount that you get per sale is not that great. Okay, that's the point that you have to keep in mind. Otherwise, like I said, don't be discouraged also, because there are a lot of different instructors who are doing very, very well on Udemy. Okay, now let's go on to the next point, which is also very important downside to Udemy, which is access to students' emails. Okay, so anytime someone buys your course on Udemy, Udemy does not give you their email address. Okay, and that, if you're into digital marketing by now, you must be knowing that having the access to the emails of your students is very important when it comes to building a sustainable business, your sustainable online course business. Because what's going to happen is, if you have someone's email with you, then you can do so many things like remarket to them. Your brand value increases because you can expose your brand again and again through emails to them. And basically, email marketing is a huge factor in itself. I talk about that in Online Course Blueprint, which is my main course where I teach you how to set up and create an online course business from scratch and how to create and sell online courses. So there, email marketing is a huge thing. But basically, email marketing is important. You need to develop what we call as an email marketing list, which is like your asset in your business, because you never lose that. Tomorrow, if Udemy closes down, you just all the data of your students just gets wiped away or goes away with Udemy, and then you have to build and start everything from scratch. So that's, you're putting all your eggs in one basket if you don't get the email address of your students. Now Udemy does allow you, let me show you here. So if I were go to this part called communication, this is, by the way, the instructor dashboard, which you will see once you have at least one course which has been approved. And approval is not that tough, by the way. So you can see here in communication, I have this section which says announcements. So I can make like 4 educational announcements and 2 promotional announcements. So promotional announcements are basically things where you're selling something else, and educational are like you can point them to a blog or something like that. You can see that it's kind of similar to what we would eventually do with our own email marketing software like Aweber, ConvertKit, or ActiveCampaign. But still, you just have much more control when you're using a separate email marketing software and you have your own email marketing list, as opposed to using Udemy's built-in system. There's no doubt about that. So that is again a major downside of just selling on Udemy. So coming to the final verdict. So the final verdict, like I said, at the start of the video, is there's no correct answer for this. It'll depend on you, whether you're a complete beginner who does not want to learn marketing. Then in that case, Udemy can be a good platform for you. Okay, I know a lot of instructors. Like, for example, I used to follow, one of the instructors. If I just go to Google and I type video school online. His name is Phil Ebner. He's like a Udemy legend, instructor legend, okay? Because I think he makes around 5 lakh rupees a month or something from Udemy and all. But the last time I checked this, so what he used to do was, and I've learned quite a few things from him, including video production. So he's big on Udemy. He has, I think, more than 70 courses on Udemy, if I'm not wrong, or at least more than 50, I'm sure. Okay, if you just type on Udemy, Phil Ebner, this guy here, so you can see that he's selling these courses on Udemy. So this is his website, but when you click on this, you go to Udemy where his courses are. Okay, and he was exclusively on sites like Udemy, Skillshare, Udemy, and all these sites. Okay, but recently. But again, the problem is you can see that his course is getting sold for less amount of money. But because he has so many courses, I think that's not a major issue. But even then, I was going through his website and I saw that he's also started selling it on some other websites, his courses, where he can sell it on a much higher price. So you can see that even a guy like a legend like Phil Ebner is probably not just happy with selling on Udemy, even though initially probably he was, okay? Because you do lose out on money. But, coming back to our final verdict, I would say I would probably not advise someone to have Udemy as their only outlet to sell courses. Like what I do is, if I go to Creative Pad Media, which is the business where I sell photography and videography courses. So what I do is on Creative Pad Media, if you go to this online courses section, so I have like 11, 12 courses there. But you can see, so I sell these courses on my own website, okay? But they're all priced like $749, $749, $999. So what I've done is because I'm selling them myself at a low rate, I have put all these courses on Udemy. Because I don't mind if Udemy sells this for 600, 500 rupees, because anyway, I'm also selling it close to that. But if we come to like something like my Click Trainers course, okay? The brand that you are on right now, okay, where I teach about where my whole business is about teaching you how to make online courses. So if you see the landing page for online course blueprint, if you go down here, I sell this, the list price of this course is 7,999. Okay, even though we have an offer going on right now, but this offer is still fine. I'm just giving a 50% off. If I was to put this massive course called online course blueprint on Udemy, then Udemy can easily sell this course for 455 rupees. Okay, so so all these issues come into play. One thing that you can do is that if you have a long course and you've priced it at a high point like this, you can, if you have different modules, okay? So like my course has different modules here. So you can probably put each module as a separate course on Udemy. Maybe you can experiment with something like that. But basically, for high price courses, for big courses, it's not probably the most ideal platform. So like I said, it'll depend upon what you're selling your courses for, what is the price point, and if you're okay with the selling price and all these things. Are you okay with not receiving the students' data? So usually, like I said before, for beginners, Udemy is good because if you're someone who just wants to set it and forget it, you want to publish a course and then you want to just forget about it, right? In that case, probably Udemy can be good because then you don't have to do too many things. Because if you're trying to sell your courses from your own website, then it is kind of important that you basically learn the whole process yourself, email marketing, delivering the course. Then you have to find a learning management system to host your course and all these things. And doing all this can require a bit of effort. So if you are someone who just wants to set it and forget it, Udemy is good. But I still will say that keep it as a supplemental platform. Always learn how to create and sell online courses on your own, because that's the way you will be able to have complete control on your online course business. Okay. But these were some of the points that I wanted to make. You can take the call according to you. Do try out Udemy, that's for sure. As a beginner, do try out, because it's a very uplifting and a motivational feeling when you see your first sale. And there's a good chance, if you don't know anything about marketing, there's a good chance that if you do publish and if your course gets approved on Udemy, there's a good chance that it will get sold, and it can be a very uplifting feeling to see a first sale of your particular course. Okay, so these were some of the points that I wanted to make about Udemy. Like I said, no right or wrong. Think about it, try it out, think from an overall structure, an overall strategy of your online course business, and I'm sure that you will be able to find an answer. So I hope that you like this video. I'll see you in another one. Bye for now.